Welcome, everybody. Nice to see you over here.
Hear you, and declare Orange County Board of Commissioners now
Now that's an entrance.
We're in the nick of time. John, you had a chance to look at the minutes?
I have. I make a motion to accept the minutes as written.
I will second that.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
While we're doing that, it is the first meeting of the new year, so it's time to reorganize. And having said that, I'm gonna make a motion that we elect Marshall president for the new year.
And I will second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
It's all yours.
All right. Thank you, Richard. I will go ahead and make a motion that we appoint Richard Dixon as the vice president.
And I will second.
Okay, got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I'll accept that.
Okay, approved 3-0. We now have to reorganize some or appoint some of our other positions. So it looks like the first position is the Community Foundation, and I currently serve on that. I think it's a 3-year term.
Want to go ahead and just bundle those? I'm gonna make.
Are we going to keep them all the same?
Make a motion, we all stay in the same position.
Okay. Richard makes a motion that we keep all the positions the same. So that will be, I will be on the Community Foundation. Steve will be on the County Extension Board and the Community Buildings Board. EMA Council, that is not me.
That's me.
Okay, Richard on the EMA Council in Region 18, and then Richard on the Orange County Economic Development Partnership. So we have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Approved 3-0. Okay. I now ask gentlemen to approve the account payable and payroll claims.
I'll make the motion.
Okay, we have a motion.
I second that.
Motion second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, approved to pay both claims. VA Sheriff's Report, good morning.
Good morning. Got our monthly report, and it's just a packet of information, including the meal report, the monthly activity report, and on the rear is the jail inspection, I believe. Yes, it's the jail report from
Thank you.
Joe Gale. Okay, in December, there were 28 Orange County Circuit Court papers served, 36 Superior Court papers, 18 out-of-county papers, for a total of 82, 24 traffic accident investigations, 6 criminal investigations, 18,545 patrol miles, 1,430 transport miles. The top 3 crimes for December were OWI, battery, and petition to revoke. Highest population in the jail in December is 59 inmates, with a low of 45. 63 in-county prisoner transports, 21 out-of-county, for a total of 84. Incoming calls that were taken were 2,850. 911 calls, 777 last month. And then again on the next page is kind of redundant, but the top 10 crimes, OWI, battery, petition to revoke were the top 3.
Ben, I'm gonna have to stop you. We have a public hearing to start at 9:05, and it just reached 9:05.
Okay.
So we can go ahead and open it up for the public hearing on the petition to vacate, filed by Running Cedar LLC to vacate a portion of roadway in Orange County, Indiana. That was submitted to the county, and notice of the date and time of the public hearing was published as required by law in the Progress Examiner, as well as the Paley Springs Valley Herald. Set today on this petition, I believe, are you in the back, Sarah and
Yes.
Kirby? They're the 2 members of Running Cedar LLC. If you could please state why you're requesting this be vacated.
Yeah, it's, used to be a county road, but it's now our driveway, and actually it's gated off. And the former owners told us 15 or 20 years ago it was vacated. I guess it didn't get recorded. And so it still comes up on GIS looking like it's a county road, but you can't even access it because there's a gate there. It's actually just ends in right in front of our house. So they told us when we bought it, the realtor said the best thing, since it didn't ever get recorded, just do the process again, petition to have it vacated, and make sure this time that it gets recorded. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah, and I've been in contact with them since February, March, and worked with Brooks Galloway Real Estate, and I've evaluated the property, and I definitely recommend that we vacate it.
Is there anyone else who wishes to speak out in support of or opposition to the filed petition of Running Cedar to vacate a portion of roadway in Orange County, Indiana? And I did circulate a sign-in sheet. I don't know where that ended up. Perfect. Thank you. We'll just throw the on this. Yes. So no one else wishes to speak. Commissioners, what do you wish to do with respect to the petition filed by Running Cedar? I do have an ordinance vacating the public way prepared if you wish to approve that, and it's going to be ordinance number 2026-1. Is that correct, Cindy? Yes. Okay. Yes, first one.
I will go ahead and make that motion, gentlemen.
I will second.
Okay, I have a motion made and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, approved 3-0.
Thank you. You're going to sign this, and then once it's signed, you can get a copy, and you'll have to take that to be recorded.
Okay.
Okay? Thank you. I'm going to show the public hearing closed at 9:07 a.m. Thank you.
2 copies. Yeah, there's 3 signatures.
Was it 3?
2. Okay, we'll now move on back to Ben.
All right. Total meals served was 5,754, which totaled $12,060.40, which breaks down to the average cost of a meal is $2.09. That was over the course of December for 31 days. So that's all of our reporting information. Some new business. We'd like to explore some options on purchasing new body armor. Our ballistic panels begin to expire this year and next, so we're looking at potentially trying to do half and half so that we're not every 5 years purchasing 10 to 12 ballistic panels to repair or to replace what's expiring and moving out. So we'd like to ask for approximately $8,000. Sandy, if there's a decent place we could pull that from. I don't know if we can do, if there's a general fund or something that we could get some help in purchasing that.
I don't know, we're starting a brand new budget, so
Okay.
I don't know, we wanna talk,
We can,
talk it over and
Yeah.
see.
Well, we definitely want to, because when are they expiring?
so we've got 2 or 3. I have to pull up my spreadsheet, but we have 2 or 3 that expire this year,
Okay.
and
We want to make sure we get them ordered. I mean, we can't have.
another handful that expire in 27. So we're trying to put it on where they kind of overlap, so we're not spending a lot every time we replace. We can get 2 cycles going, to where half the department replaces 1 year, the next half replaces at a different time.
Now, which I've been out of the circle for like over a decade, but is there still the grant where they're paid, like there used to be, the feds paid for half? Is that still a thing?
I think there's some options out there. We're just gonna have to do some research and see what applies best to our situation. So
Okay.
that's something we'll explore as well.
What do you all think as far as, I mean, do you think that would be better?
If I'm looking out, yeah.
5 years.
Instead of 5,
Yeah.
it always was.
Yeah.
I don't know if that changed any when we started using the carriers and outside the shirt,
Yeah.
because, they always told me that what broke down the best were the body chemicals,
Yeah.
where they were close to your skin.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that changed that any or not.
No, they still recommend 5 years.
I think right now, in my mind, we need to, and you go ahead and pursue costs and all that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
So
Then we'll figure out
that's
maybe
what
by the next
figure out a
meeting.
way. Obviously, we gotta do that, we need to do that.
Okay. Thank you.
And get with me, we'll talk over it,
Okay.
and see what options and stuff.
Okay.
And then maybe look at doing a line item, you know what I mean, for our budgeting, so we know I mean, it's hard to remember 4 years or 5 years to add that to the budget.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Just wanted to let everyone know that the county highway has started work on our shooting range, so that's underway. We've got a deputy at the law enforcement academy. He just started Monday. This is day one. Devin Qualkenbush will be up there. We met with IPEP, had a good review, went well. Last Saturday, Sheriff Henderson had a prayer vigil for Zach Andrew. Saturday marked a 1-year anniversary since he was injured. And that went well. Thank you, Marshall, for coming down.
Yeah, appreciate that. It was a nice event to have for Zach.
Yeah, it was. That's everything I've got.
All right, thank you, Chief
Thank
Bosley.
you.
Okay, we'll now move on to our superintendent, Mr. Anderson.
Good morning, Commissioners, and congratulations there, President Noble.
Thank you.
I've got the road mileage totals for the work that County Highway performed on our county roads for 2025. Through the Community Crossings Matching Grant, there was 20 miles of new hot mix paved roads. County Highway paved out of hot mix 13 3/4 miles of road. So that's a grand total of 33 3/4 miles paved roads in the county. We did that horse trough paving back last summer. I'm sure you guys remember. We did 10 1/4 miles of that. And we chip and sealed and fog sealed 21 1/2 miles. That total mileage of improved roads is 58 1/2 miles. So that doesn't, all my numbers there add up to 65 1/2, but a few of those miles we paved and went back over with chip and seal, so that 58 1/2 miles is only counting the improved mileage in the county. I did give a presentation to NDOT yesterday on our sign grant application. I felt that was a positive meeting. We should find out something in February or March if we're successful. If we are successful, that grant is for a full sign replacement for Orange County's safety and regulatory signs. That adds up to approximately 1,800 signs that would be replaced. The total grant would be for $1,250,000. That is a grant, 90-10 split, sorry, having a little voice difficulty here. County Highway would be responsible for $125,000 of that grant. Would like to announce that Orange County Highway did receive reimbursement from FEMA in the amount of $46,271.18. That was due to the extensive flooding the county endured last spring, was in April. I would like to thank Rick Emmerich for his help through that process. The last thing I had, Ben already stole my thunder on, but we started on the gun range for the sheriff's department. Should be plenty of room for the officers to be able to qualify pistols as well as their rifles up there. It is some pretty rough terrain. We'll have to do some leveling up there. There's several questions and decisions that's gonna have to be made here in the future on that project, so we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But the guys are continuing today to clear the rest of the trees. I think they'll have the rest of the trees cleared
Great.
later today.
Great. Well, thank you for all that, and thank you, Rick. I know those FEMA reimbursements are not easy, so most people just drop the ball and they don't get done, but 40,000 is a lot to get reimbursed for the county, so that's fantastic.
That's all I have.
Is there any questions for the highway department? Okay, we'll move on to our maintenance director. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. One thing I got, I ordered for the new flagpole up there, I ordered the lights, they should be here tomorrow or Friday.
Okay.
And I did go around and look up there at the courthouse, those lights that are aimed at the courthouse, they're pretty well falling apart. So I've been doing some checking on, seeing if I can get them changed, or quotes on getting some new ones.
Mhm.
I was looking into, because I know we changed the colors.
Yep.
You can buy the LED that has different colors in them. But I think they're only like three, they're white, red, I think green is the only colors that come in there, but I'm looking still. And I believe the fire marshal's supposed to be here tomorrow to recheck the stuff that's supposed to been done. That's all been done. And that's about all I got.
Sounds like you're getting a lot done. We appreciate that. So, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
EMA report.
I don't have any business for the commissioners, no contracts, but I will contact Homeland, IDHS, Homeland Security on making the change for the electronic signatures for this year's moving forward. As far as the FEMA stuff, I think the town of Orleans is waiting on some reimbursement as well, but I think everybody else is pretty much set, where 3 of the 4 towns got reimbursement from that flooding event.
And I know you helped them as well.
Yes,
So I
we
appreciate it.
worked with all of them just to get everybody. It's not often we actually see FEMA reimbursements here in the county. We wanted to take advantage of everything we could get.
Great. Thank you, Rick.
Thank you.
Other elected officials, Shelley, Treasurer's Office.
I don't have anything today, thank you.
All right, thank you, ma'am. Catherine, County Council.
No report today.
Nothing, okay, I don't think there's any other elected officials. All right, we'll move on to audience, and first up, Mr. Stroud with the Health Department.
Well, I just want to report that we have filled our position for the county health nurse.
Great.
Josie Marks has accepted the position. She'll be coming in later this week to do some training, and then she had to get notice, so it'll be a little bit of a interruption, but we're going to keep that to a minimal as we can. That's the contract with Jamie Walker. We're still looking at that. She's given us a couple of different options. We're looking at some rollover money that we have in the HFI fund. It looks like about 90,000. I'm just skimming over it that we rolled over from the previous years. We may try to use some of that after reviewing what we had for what I said in the last meeting, our attorney fees. I don't think it's going to cover that plus what we've got going on. So we'll probably do an additional appropriation from those funds that were left over from prior years. That's all I have.
I know we had a few people reach out. I assume Dr. Lopez is going to continue to be I know he's retiring, but he'll still be our county health officer.
Correct, yes.
Okay.
We met with him in the review of the new hire, and he's stepping back from his practice, but he will continue to be the health officer and some other duties.
Okay. Great. All right, thank you. Cindy Longus with Grace Haven, good morning.
Good morning. I'm gonna actually let Sam talk to you.
All right, Sam.
And if I need to, then I.
Sam Jones.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, do you guys have our letter that Robert had typed up?
Mhm.
So we are basically requesting additional opioid settlement funds from the county.
Do you need us to read that or?
Yeah, if you would, just for the minutes and so forth, what the purpose of them would be, and what do you think that it would do to benefit with the opioid crisis?
All right, I'll just read this. I write to you not just as a representative of Grace Haven Restoration Home, Inc., but as a witness to the profound transformation that hope, compassion, and unwavering support can ignite in the lives of those battling addiction. Every day our home stands as a beacon of light for individuals who have faced unmanageable darkness, broken families, lost dreams, and the crushing weight of despair. Yet within these walls, we see courage reborn, futures reclaimed, and lives restored with dignity and purpose. Our home currently provides 10 bedrooms as a safe place to feel at home. Grace Haven offers a 12-month Christ-centered program with various classes and Bible studies that give the residents an opportunity to learn basic life skills, community service, peer support, and accountability, and create an atmosphere for spiritual, emotional, and physical support. In the past year alone, we have served 16 residents, many of whom arrived with no financial resources, no stable housing, and little to no support system. With the structure, accountability, and compassion our program provides, we have seen remarkable outcomes, including residents securing employment, reuniting with their families, and maintaining long-term sobriety. Many of our past residents have become our volunteers and have been very invested in the recovery community. To continue meeting the growing needs, we are requesting additional opioid settlement funding from the county. These funds would be used to expand capacity, cover operational costs, provide transportation, hire staff, and improve facilities. This investment would directly support residents who are working hard to overcome addiction and would reduce long-term costs to the county associated with homelessness, incarceration, emergency services, and unemployment. We believe strongly that recovery is not only possible, but transformative for individuals, family, and the entire community. County support would allow us to expand our impact and ensure that every person seeking help has a safe place to begin their recovery journey. I would welcome the opportunity to meet with you to discuss this request in more detail and to share more about the lives being changed at Grace Haven. Thank you for your time, your service to our community, and your consideration of this important investment in the well-being of Orange County.
Thank you, Samantha. I can tell you, 2 weeks ago, my wife and I, Robert and Cindy, invited us to a tour, and we got to tour the facility and very impressed with it. A little ashamed of myself for not getting out there sooner to see it, but it's very impressive, everything that you all are doing, and I can't believe all the things going on in that building. I mean, a church, and I mean, there's just so many things. It was very impressive, and I'd tell anyone to go out and meet with you all and see all the good things that are going on. Just adds to another good thing that's going on in Orange County.
You would welcome. I also have this month's newsletter.
Thank you.
We just got it finished yesterday, so we wanted to give it to you guys. You're welcome.
And also, before it was a 9-month to 12-month program, we just recently changed it to a 12-month program.
Continuum of care.
So it's after they don't graduate until the 12, but after the third phase, which is 9 months.
Yeah.
Go ahead, you can explain.
We have.
So
we're going from 3 months in-house, 3 phases, in-house 9 months program is what it was before. We're adding a 4th phase, which will be a transitional phase. They will live on their own, off-site, but they will still stay in contact with mentors, counselors, and come to a weekly meeting and take drug screens before they're allowed to actually graduate the program, giving them extra help and accountability while they learn to live on their own sober, productive lives.
And I think I look back, and from what I see, and Cindy, you could maybe, but it looks like, I think you applied our first grant cycle, right? But the last one you did not know about, right?
We did get the 95.
Yes.
On the last grant cycle. Okay, I thought I read the minutes, there was only one. So twice you had, okay. So, I don't know. I know we have said, gentlemen, that, case by case, we would entertain looking at that. What do you think about if we meet with our treasurer to see what funds we currently have available and what, because you just reinvested some, but some were coming up, right? That out of CD in February.
The end of February, there'll be one maturing, yes.
So what do you all think about if we look over those and take your under advisement and
I think so, it makes sense. Find out how much funding's available. Have you folks got a number in mind?
We were looking at our operational and overhead costs, and it cost us about $10,000 per month to run the facility, so we were asking for 3 or 4 months, roughly.
Okay.
I think that's the way to go.
Yeah, I think we can, and probably we can look at and then maybe we could set up a meeting to follow up with you or Robert.
Right.
And then, but I think it sounds like in February we could have some funding available and just at least look at all of our numbers. But I definitely think it's a well worth cause to look at supporting, and that's what the funds are for. So.
Awesome, we really appreciate the consideration.
And then had
We
two other
also,
things.
yeah.
Okay, good.
We also were wanting to do a couple events this year, one of them being at the community building. And we had called and talked to them, and they said normally it's about $500, but we could come and ask you for $25 rental for a day. In August 15th, which was open when I spoke to them, but they needed the deposit to secure it.
So we have to get an okay from you.
Ooh, it's going to be called Restoration Night. It's going to be like a banquet type thing with auction and music and food and stuff like that. So we were asking for A, B, and C and the kitchen.
So this is for a fundraiser?
Yes.
Gotcha.
It'll be a community event, basically. Yeah. And we,
I'm fine.
okay, awesome.
You want to make a recommendation?
I'll make, recommendation motion. is
So pending that the
communicate-
date's still available, we have a motion for, by Steve
Second.
and second by Richard. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye?
And this is just waiving the
No, rental fee.
and paying the.
You'll have to pay the cleaning fee.
$25, yeah.
And then if you don't set up things, there's a separate fee, you know, if you don't set it up yourself.
Right. Yeah, I read the
Yeah.
contract thing.
Yeah.
And assuming the date's right, was that August?
August 15th,
15th.
yeah. We would ask for the whole day.
Okay.
And we want to do a Hope on the Square, a community gathering. It would be a collaboration with different churches, recovery places, vendors, and things like that. We were wanting to use the courthouse lawn on June 13th, if that would be allowed.
We did that like years back. It was called Hope Fest,
Mhm.
remember? And had different like bands and stuff like that. And so we hadn't done it in quite a few years, but now Grace Haven's ready to do that again with, you know, the community and, you know, having everybody in the community be a part of it.
Yeah, we're going to try to have some live music and some food. And
I mean, I think we have some events planned, but I don't know anything on that date.
Anything that would conflict that I'm aware of.
Who keeps track of our dates on that? That's something we said we were gonna start doing to make sure, but I don't think we have anything.
It's not me.
Yeah. Rob, maybe, I don't know, somebody, yeah.
I see where that was going.
I have no issue with it at all. I think it's great, but I think we need to go ahead and get it on a calendar, so.
I'd make that motion.
Okay, we have a motion by Richard for June 3rd, 13th, okay, June 13th, do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Steve, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, approved 3-0.
awesome. Thank you.
Anything else, ladies?
Is there any permit or anything that we need to have for that?
No. I mean, your food vendors will have to go through the health department, but yeah, nothing.
We want to get with the fire
anything?
marshal,
For the
just to
town, I
go
think.
through all that with the fire marshal.
Yes.
You'll want to see all the layout and so on.
Is there something with the town of Paoli, Lynn, they would need to do?
I don't
Well,
think
they
so,
say
no.
we need a parade permit to do it on the,
On the square?
park around the square.
Well, I know we have to do our roadblocks. We have to get a parade permit.
I wouldn't think for
I can
this.
get with Town Paoli, and then you guys can contact me.
Okay, awesome. All right, thank you.
If
All right,
there's
thank you.
stages or anything like that, you'll have to go through the fire marshal.
Okay.
You don't want it shut down the day before,
You should-
so.
Right.
You should contact the fire marshal regardless.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thank you, ladies. Priscilla with TMOC, good morning, Priscilla.
Hey, good morning and congratulations. So with your approval, we would like to do, Orange County Commissioners presents the ice cream social on the courthouse lawn, Sweet on Orange County. It'll be held, Sunday, May 17th, which is the weekend before school lets out. I figured that a lot of people, when school lets out, will be gone on vacation, so on. I like to keep these events on Sunday because it seemed like we had a great turnout for Christmas. We would do this between 2 and 5 p.m. Free ice cream for any and everyone that shows up. We'll have all the cool toppings going on, live music, face painting, chalk art, bubble stations. So it'll be a really cool little festivity to get families out of their home in the community. And it'll put the three of you doing what you love to do, which is engage with the community.
Yeah, I think it sounds great. Hopefully we'll have good weather at that time, and it's to collaborate with our 250th American birthday, so.
I'd make a motion, we do this.
Motion by Richard,
I will second.
second by Steve, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, thank you.
Thank you, that's it.
Nothing else? All right, thank you, ma'am. Okay, we do have with the treasurer, we do have a Board of Finance meeting right after that, so we can adjourn and let everyone go, then we'll have to reconvene for that. Skylar, Economic Development Partnership, good morning.
So we will be wrapping up quality of place and workforce attraction plan updates this month with ROI and the consultant that they hired for that. So once that's complete, I will send a copy to you guys. Houses 7 through 12 of the Klondike Workforce Housing Development in French Lick are nearing completion. The drawing for house number 7 took place on Monday, and we had 11 applications for that. All of those applicants also indicated that they want to be entered into every drawing moving forward. So we are still seeing a ton of interest in that. Lots of phone calls and messages. Sorry, me and Carl must have the same thing going on over here. We expect this group of 6 homes to all be ready within the next several months. So we'll be doing the open houses for those and the drawings. And then we are kicking off 2026 with multiple educational opportunities, including a free CCMA class for adult learners in partnership with Ivy Tech Bloomington and Lost River Career Cooperative. That class roster actually filled in 2 days. So the day that we started advertising it was full the next day. So they have started a wait list. So, I mean, and I know sometimes people will sign up and as they go through the registration process, they don't continue on, but they have a wait list going, and then we will have another class probably this year, seeing as how that one was so popular. We also have registration open for the free Code IT Academy that we've been hosting for the past year and a half or so. And IT Fundamentals is the course, and that class will begin at our office in February. And then we will have ISBDC office hours and a Launch Your Business workshop on Thursday, January 29th. And then we have gotten our first QuickBooks workshop for the year scheduled, and that will be offered in March. And that one is always really popular too.
Very good.
And that's all I've got.
I did want to say, for anyone that hasn't attended your coffee, I don't know what
We call it the AM Exchange.
but I attended that, I think in November. December was canceled because of weather, but that was a great event, great collaboration, and I would tell anybody that has interest to attend that. I really enjoyed it, so it was my first one. But
our next one is going to be in Orleans, actually, so we should be advertising that soon. But so we're going to continue that this year, and we will move it from community to community.
And you definitely have a diverse crowd. I mean, Chuck, that's over Cook or over the resort was there and provided a lot of good information. So it was definitely a good group of people.
Yeah, they've gone well. We've been happy with that so far.
Good. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Missy, good morning.
Good morning. We have our annual meeting scheduled for February 5th. It's at the Community Center, and we partner with the Cattlemen, the Orange County Cattle Association. And registration begins at 6, and the program starts at 6:30 with a free catered meal. And we go over our finances, our year 2025, all of the accomplishments, all the programs that the USDA has available for landowners, and awards. We give out awards to some people who've done great things in past years. So would like any of you to please come and join us and RSVP so we can get you a meal planned.
We'll get it shared on our government page as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Missy.
Thank you.
I don't have anything else. Is there anyone else in the audience? Garland, anything today?
No,
Nothing?
not
Okay.
at this time.
All
Seems to be well. The Trish with EMS was going to be here, but she'll be here next meeting to give some reports and stuff, because we've been kind of doing some different things with runs and having more availability with EMS and ambulance in our county. So
great,
trying to make things better and everything, and really working together. So
good.
So yeah, she should be here next meeting to.
Yeah, I think we definitely, because there's been some things said in the community that may not totally be correct. So I think it's good that we get some good, correct information out there.
Yes, so she will be present next time.
Great. All right, thank you, Garland.
You're welcome.
All right, nothing else. We will move on. Tucker Law Office.
Congratulations, President.
Thank
Noble.
you.
You're welcome. I don't have anything to report for commissioners today.
All right, thank you, Lynn. Madam Auditor.
I guess congratulations.
Thank you.
I don't have anything.
Okay, all right. Richard, anything for you, sir?
I really don't have any congratulations.
Thank you.
I really don't have too much. One of the things I wanted to talk about was we've increased our funding, I'm talking about the county, we've increased our funding to Orange County Economic Development. Catherine sits on that board as well. And I'll tell you why that's so important. We went to a meeting, commissioners conference, it was basically a reference to Senate Bill 1. And come 27 into 28, about the only way we can increase revenue to the county, which that's important if we want to continue to provide good services and that kind of thing, is to see an increase in our assessed valuation. So that's one of the reasons we wanted to, that's one of the things we're looking for. And we're looking for any business we can get, anything we can increase our base, assessment valuation base. So you've got a big job. So anyway, that's one of the reasons we want to do that, because it's a great organization. You guys do a great job, and you do an exceptionally good job.
Thank you.
Skyler, I want to recognize that. So that's really, I think all I've got. I think we've got a meeting coming up with EMS here in the near future, talk about going forward, what we're going to be with our ambulance service and that kind of thing as well. I mentioned that too. So those are some of the things we got on the burner that we're going to be doing. So, other than that, I think that's all I've got.
Okay. I've got a couple. Oh, yep, sure.
Did you mention that was going to be a county-wide firing range?
Yes.
Okay, it'll be managed by the sheriff's department. It's going to be made available to every department in the county. We hope to be a very nice range. And it's going to be located at the old county landfill. The ground we had out there, and we kind of did the same thing for the fire training center. And this is more county ground that we're going to make available, because it's going to be police only. But thought that was another good use of county assets. Provide these guys with a decent place to train.
Thank you.
Having a fire and a police training center is fantastic. It's another good thing with that JSI building.
Yep.
Okay, that's all I got.
All right, Mr. Hopper.
Congratulations, Mark.
Thank you, thank you.
Other than that, no, I don't think I have anything.
Okay. I've just got a couple things. One, I wanted to update everyone on our housing grant that we were excited to learn that we got, and we'll be signing the contract soon for that for $500,000. French Lick had been awarded the grant 3 months before we did, so there's been a lot of misconceptions. Their grant just closed, or their application process just closed, and they're starting to award the recipients of that grant. So we've had some people reach out and happy thinking they didn't get to take part of the county, which was two separate. They literally are 3 months ahead of us. So it's a federal grant, and there is a timetable that we have to follow, through Okra on the way the grant works. So I just wanted to give an update, and we'll be sharing here soon some updates on our government page. But we just received the contract to sign on that, and our council will have to review that. The itinerary right now, we're looking at the applications will be released sometime in February to the public. They'll have 30 days to complete those returns, so they'll have to have them back by March. Then radon inspections, which is something that we will have to do. We'll have to hire a contractor to do radon inspections. Those will have to be completed in March as well. Bidding will then be completed by May. So who we award the jobs to, they'll have like 30 days to, we select the bidders, they'll have about 30 days. Then construction will begin in June on those. So that's a little bit, and again, by taking the grant, we have to abide by all the rules of the grant. So there's no gray. It's very specific how the grant works. So it's government, it's finest, everything is slow, but it's gonna happen, and it's gonna do a lot of good things. But we will see construction beginning in June for that $500,000, which is super, super exciting. But I just wanted to make sure people that are getting awards, if anyone received an award on that grant, it has nothing to do with the county's grant. So, and then the second thing I wanted to do is give a little plug to you gentlemen, to our county council, and to all our elected officials, our treasurer, our auditor, all our elected officials. Nobody likes paying property taxes, and every time they come up, we know they're coming twice a year, they come up, and no one's ever happy about it. But you don't hear this very often. But happy to see the other day, over the last 5 years, there's several layers of taxes. But as far as property taxes go in the county's taxes are less today than they were 5 years ago. And I contribute that to, again, every single one of our elected officials work very hard, and we try not to overspend money we don't have. But not saying your taxes don't go up, but I can tell you your county portion has went down. So I'm very proud of that. So with that said, I have nothing else, and I'll ask for a motion that we adjourn, and then we will go into our Board of Finance.
Motion made.
Okay, motion by Richard, second by Steve. We are adjourned. Thank you all for coming.
I'll get my notes to you.
Thanks for coming, ladies. We'll talk to you here soon.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, we will now start our Board of Finance, and you are over there, you're right. Okay.
Yesterday I got all
You
that
take the minutes.
original, but what I did.
Okay.
But since it's recorded, it makes it easier, because we scribble it down and remember.
Perfect.
Second student on the bottom. I don't have
Because
it.
he's out for starting out yet. Everybody's.
I just wanna make sure.
On your now.
I got back where.
I just showed, that's just
Yeah,
last
yeah,
year's.
they,
Show
we're
comparison
going to
for.
okay.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
Thank you. I'll see you soon. I'll see you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Hey, will you see Jamie's around?
She's in, really right now, because I'll talk to her tonight.
Tell her that, you're still looking.
Look at what we want. That is awesome.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Is it? Did I write it
Okay,
down?
you guys got to come in. Thank you so much.
The whole total brought in was only her.
Thank you.
For 5 years.
So over $1 million, no.
Oh, I'm amazed.
Yeah, just in 2020, that was the total, and now this is our total.
That's my mom, when people just have it set in accounts and don't do nothing with it. I mean,
Gotta
just-
work
Didn't
it.
have
You gotta
an
work
email from.
You've been great at it.
The governor.
Great at it.
Then I'll split
I
that.
do,
Yeah.
You do a very good. Well, you have a good relationship with our banks, which helps. That's all. That's different.
I'm sure the stock market went crazy yesterday.
Well, I wrote down a piece of paper.
Hello, we're still on.
We gotta have our meeting here real quick. Okay.
Are we
Go ahead, ma'am.
ready to start? Okay, let's see. I'm supposed to.
Yeah, I will not let you.
All right, I have to read off last year's minutes first. If I'm wrong, maybe Lynn will stop me. The Orange County Board of Finance meeting was held on January 8th, 2025. President Richard Dixon called the meeting to order. Other members present were Steve Hopper, Marshall Noble, Secretary Shelley Hammock. Also attending were Auditor Sandy Hill and County's Counsel Lynn Tucker Fuller. Shelley Hammock then read the minutes for the 2024 meeting. Marshall Noble made the motion for the minutes to be approved. Steve Hopper seconded the motion. The motion was carried 3-0. Shelley then passed out the 2024 investment interest earned from form, which also contained a comparison of 2023 investment earned. She explained it was an extremely good year for investments. Interest rates were up from previous years, and banks were very helpful in working with the county on obtaining great rates on the CDs, as well as great checking and savings account rates. It was also discussed about the county adopting an investment policy. A motion was made by Richard Dixon to have Lynn Tucker Fuller draw up the policy. The motion was seconded by Marshall Noble and approved 3-0. Steve Hopper nominated Richard Dixon as the 2025 president. Marshall Noble seconded the motion, and it was approved 3-0. Marshall Noble nominated Shelley Hammock as secretary. Steve Hopper seconded the motion. Motion approved 3-0. Marshall Noble made a motion to adjourn the meeting. Motion seconded by Steve Hopper. Approved 3-0. And now I need to have you guys sign these.
I will make a motion that we approve the minutes.
I will second.
Okay.
Yes.
We got a motion second, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Also, we need to reorganize.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I would nominate Marshall to be the new president.
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Approved 3-0. Okay, I would ask for a motion for our secretary.
Shelley?
Shelley Hammock.
Okay, motion by Richard Dixon.
Second.
Second by Steve Hopper, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, approved 3-0. Anything else, ma'am?
Well, yes, now I need to go over our
Oh,
Our interest
for this
rates.
year, 2025.
Yes, to talk about this. I gave you both, the green paper is last year's, interest and investment earned. And then the one that's white and colored is this year's, just to give you the comparison. We went ahead, as you can see, the interest rates changed, they're dropping.
They went down.
And
yeah.
they went down quite a bit. But trying to manipulate that a little bit so that we could still make more money, we took another $1 million and invested it. You know, the more we invest, the better our money will be. It was at a smaller rate, but we almost, the total for 2024 was $1,293,576.18. This year, $1,168,335.34 was the total bank interest earned and CD together combined.
Wow.
So we still made over $1 million in revenue off of the interest and investments. Which, like I was telling Marshall a minute ago, back in 2020, the total that we had was only $114,000 on everything. Interest rates were lower and there was less money to invest.
Sure.
But the county's been very, very good at, working with the banks and everybody to help us out.
All good partners.
Yes, exactly. So, you can see on there the matured interest, or the CDs, they brought in a total of $145,000, which was comparable to last year. The bank interest was down a little bit. The banks are still really good, working back and forth and getting the CDs.
But we have an additional $1 million from last year.
Yeah, we invested an additional $1 million. Are you looking for last year?
Awesome.
Yes.
This paper.
Okay.
Yeah.
2024, this is.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
We did, and the opioids, we invested for shorter periods, that's why it looks like there's more on there and everything. And it also gives you the date that they're maturing. The opioid that we talked about earlier is 2/28/25. It shows that up here. We're working really hard to try to do the best that we can with
Well, I know I'm gonna probably drive you crazy, add something else onto your hat, but have we thought about at all investing our food and beverage account?
It is being invested, it's in the savings right now.
And so that gets an interest.
For the overall county, it goes into the general fund.
Okay,
But it's not separate where it goes into just the food and beverage fund.
gotcha.
I don't know if that's,
Is the rate very good, that,
the
in the general?
savings account.
Yeah,
It's close, it's like 3.93.
okay.
That we're working right now, yeah. Yes,
Okay,
yes.
okay. Because besides right now, the economic development, we've not got anything planned in 2026 to take out of that fund.
Oh, yes, we do. Sheriff's Department.
What? The 200-something
We earmarked $100,000 of that money to help offset payroll in the Sheriff's Department.
Gotcha.
Well, you're gonna also have to bring that up probably in public when you discuss that.
True.
Okay. But what I'm just saying, there's still gonna be a large amount of money in there that it's good that we're making money on.
Oh, yeah.
And what Angie and I learned, or what we learned at our auditors conference too, on that food and beverage money, once we start paying that out, there's a lot to it. We have to report all the money that comes in, all the money that comes out, and the people who receive that money have to report what they're using it for. So there is so much to that.
Sure.
You
wanna
even
be
once,
there, yeah.
it's a lot to it.
It's like the innkeepers, there's rules on what you can.
There's only really 4 specific areas.
And one of them, or 2 of them, we can't even, they did tell us at the commissioners conference that they see every county is going to have it. It's
Gonna have to happen.
it's gonna have to happen, yeah, so it's,
Yeah, we're just fortunate we got the hotels to help us
Yes.
with more.
yes.
Yeah. And I did send out this month's food and beverage email this morning.
Yeah, we've seen.
Thank you very much for those, that's a great update.
And we do have we did go ahead and get the policy made, Lynn, what do you call when you do the policy? You enacted it, or?
Yes,
Okay,
enacted
yeah. So we do have a investment policy now that we go by, since we
Perfect.
talked about it in minutes, I thought I would just mention that.
Other than that, that's all I've got unless you guys have any questions.
Okay, if there's nothing else to be brought up before, I would entertain a motion that we adjourn from the meeting.
I'll make the motion.
Okay, a motion by Steve,
Second.
second by Richard. We are adjourned. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Great report, great report.
Thanks.
Here is